Hello everyone, welcome back to another Royal High video. It is me, it's Slimy, and today I'm going to be doing a little special video because I'm going to be making some Hamilton outfits. And if you didn't know already, the Hamilton professional recording movie is coming to Disney Plus on Friday, which is Friday, July 3rd. I am so excited for it, and I'm going to be it comes out at like 8 AM in the morning on Friday for me, so I'm going to be watching it at night, going to have like a takeaway to watch with it. It's going to be great. To celebrate, I want to make some Hamilton outfits. I have made like Hamilton outfits before in a like just a general musical outfits video, but this is Hamilton specific, and I do hope you will enjoy this video, and I want to get started with our first outfit now, so let's go. So I'm actually going to be talking about some facts about the real life people, because obviously Hamilton is a musical based on real life people, so I thought I would just throw some facts in about some of these people. And we have Angelica Schuyler first. She was born on February 20th, 1756, eldest of 15 children. She eloped with a man called John Barker Church, and she moved to Paris, France in 1783. Not England, as the musical says. And she actually became a friend of Lafayette. Isn't that interesting? And she moved back to America in 1797 and had 8 children. Crazy. I love Angelica. I love her character in the musical. I think she's incredibly witty and just an amazing character all around. I think she's so funny and so empowering as well. So yeah, I actually really adore her. I adore her character, and I think just a little bit of research I did about her as a person in real life I think is very interesting, because she seems to have that kind of same characteristics. I mean, it's highly dramatized for the musical, obviously. I mean, when you have musicals and things that are made for entertainment, they're not always going to be 100% accurate, because you have people's like interpretations of certain things and stuff like that. So it's never going to be like how exactly somebody was in their real life, because they're making a piece of art, and it's, you know, it wasn't really, the musical wasn't really about Angelica Schuyler. It was more about Hamilton and Aaron Burr's relationship, I guess. But anyway, we have her outfit here, that iconic pink dress, and I mean the skirt, it's not as poofy as I would like, but it's one of the newest like modelled skirts, and I really wanted to use it. And I was using this really deep hot pink colour, but then I realised, wait, her skirt is more of like a peach, it's more of like a pale red, isn't it? So I had to change that around, and then obviously I got it correct, and I used the sleeves in this thing, but then I realised when I was doing pictures for the thumbnail, I was like, the sleeves look far too long, because I was not wearing heels. It was like my arms are extremely long for like this short body that I have. But here are the final results of the Angelica Schuyler outfit. I think it turned out pretty decent actually, but if we get some more like hairstyles for curly hairs, then it would be great. We would appreciate that for Royal High. We have Elizabeth Schuyler next. Elizabeth Schuyler Hamilton. She was born August 9th, 1757. She was engaged to Hamilton on the December 14th, 1780. She helped him in his political writings, including a portion of his 31-page letter to Robert Morris, a future founding father. After she found out about Hamilton's affair with Maria Reynolds, she actually moved back in with her parents and gave birth to her 6th child. I think she had about 8 children in total. You know, when you look into these people and like their families, they always had like an extortionate amount of children. Always. It's always in the range of like 7 children to like 15. It's always so many children. But we stan Elizabeth Schuyler in the musical. She was an angel. I mean, you know, none of the characters were perfect, but like she did so much, and she like always supported Hamilton, and we stan her wholeheartedly. Peggy Schuyler next. We don't know much about Peggy Schuyler actually, but we do know that her name was not actually Peggy Schuyler. Her name was Margarita Schuyler or Marguerite Schuyler. It depends on where you look at that information, but her nickname was Peggy Schuyler, so it's not completely inaccurate, it's just not her real name. She was born August 7th, 1981, and she was the third child. During the American Revolution, a group of people forced their way into her home looking for her brother. The family ran upstairs, Peggy included, realised that they left the brother and a newborn child of their sisters downstairs. Peggy went to get the baby and was threatened by a Native American person. As they asked where the brother was, she told them that he was in town warning everybody that they were there. She then fled, and they fled out of the house, and she went upstairs, and one of the Native Americans threw a tomahawk at her and it hit the banister as she was running up the stairs, which sounds terrifying. It was incredibly brave of her though, I won't lie. But we have Hamilton up next, of course, the star of the musical, Alexander Hamilton himself. And I don't want to go over all of the information that we already know about him, but I do know some facts. He was a self-taught lawyer apparently, and he spent 6 months studying and then passed a legal exam in 1782. He might actually be 2 years younger than the books say because he lied about his age, and the official documents in Nevis, which was where he was born, say that he was born in 1755 and not 1757. And he actually founded the Revenue Cutter Service, which became the United States Coast Guard in 1915. Wow, Mariah Reynolds was the most interesting person to research, and we know more about Mariah Reynolds than we do know about Peggy Schuyler. She was a wife of James Reynolds. She was born Mariah Lewis on March 30th, 1768. And they were not a well-off family at all. They had one child with Reynolds. Well, Mariah had one child with Reynolds, and her name was Susan. James Reynolds was imprisoned in 1792 with his partner in crime, Jacob Clingham. This gets more intense as we go along. And she actually divorced Reynolds in 1797 with the help of Aaron Burr. And she went to live with Clingman, the guy that was her husband's partner in crime in Virginia, and then they married. She moved to England after the Reynolds pamphlet. We know all about that situation. And she moved back to the US several years later without Clingman, and then had changed her name to Mariah Clement. And it wasn't clear if she'd divorced him or not, but she became a housekeeper for a Dr. James, and then she married again in 1806 to a Dr. Matthew that she was housekeeping for. So very interesting story, and I didn't even know any of this about this woman. And last but definitely least, King George III. He was born the 4th of June 1738 and became mad because of the loss of the US colonies. What a mess. And he had 15 children with his wife Charlotte of Mecklenburg-Strelitz. Excuse me if I pronounced that horribly wrong, I probably did. He became king at 22 years old, and he was the first king to study science as a part of his education. He brought Buckingham House, we know it today as Buckingham Palace, in 1761 for his wife Queen Charlotte to use as a family home, close to St. James's Palace, where a lot of political things went down, which is interesting because Buckingham Palace hasn't been a palace for that long, in fact, not very long at all. So yeah, it was kind of acquired by the royal family in 1761, and James actually acquired the nickname Farmer George because of his agricultural interests, which means he was interested in farming. And I think that name is hilarious, and I'm going to call him King Farmer George III from now on when anybody asks about him, and I'm just going to call him that because I think it's funny. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. I always have a lot of fun making these outfit videos, but I love Hamilton to death. I know lots of people love Hamilton, and I've had so many requests in the past to just make a Hamilton musicals outfit video, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I've done, and I hope you enjoyed the outfits. You know, you can change them up for yourselves or whatever as you'll like to do, but if you would like more videos from me or would like to see more videos from me, please subscribe to the channel, or you can follow me on Twitter at itslimey for game related information and also just updates on what I'm doing. So thank you for watching. Gonna end it now, and I will see you in my next video, and I hope you enjoy the Hamilton premiere on Friday. Goodbye!